Hello, my name is Mark Hufford. I'm with My Attorney Podcast, and today I'm interviewing Michael S. Brown. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
Good. What was the process of how you decided to get into the law?
Well, I went to the University of Florida for undergrad. I was a business major, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go into business with banks or law. So I minored in criminology, and I worked for a year after undergrad, and I decided law school was the way to go, and that's pretty much how I got to law school. And it's always been an interest; it was always out there. And when I came to Orlando for the FAMU College of Law. That's how I started my career in Orlando. 16 plus years ago. Made Orlando my home now. I was a prosecutor here in Orlando, and I got doing that because in law school, I was an intern actually doing trials for the prosecutor's office in Seminole County, but I wound up working for 5 years as a prosecutor in Orange County. So between law school and my time at the state attorney's office in Orlando and Orange County and the Ninth Circuit, I developed all my contacts and experience to go out on my own. And I've been a criminal defense attorney for 5 years. I worked for a couple firms between my time doing that in the state, but I've been blessed to help many people and develop some relationships and be on my own, be my own boss, and take cases around Central Florida to really help people before the judges.
When you decided to make the transition of being a prosecutor to starting your own law practice, what was that transition like?
So I had an opportunity, I had good trial experience from being a prosecutor, and I found an opportunity to quit and work for the banks in doing foreclosure cases. I did that for about a year. And then I transitioned to work for a smaller firm doing big civil litigation for two guys in West Orlando, and did that for about a year. And then I opened up my own firm. So, I've always loved criminal law. I loved my time at the state, and I decided to take my knowledge and my experience before the court and start helping people throughout Central Florida in front of different judges.
So what all areas of practice do you do now?
Currently, I do criminal law is my main area of practice. I do healthcare law. I'm of counsel at a law firm called Howell, Buchan & Strong. Attorney Rick Strong and I went to law school together, and we became friends, and I'll get into that in a little bit though. And then I work with another firm that called Dmitchik Law Firm. They're a national firm. They're all over the country. They have offices in California, New York, Chicago, here in Orlando. So I'm basically their criminal attorney for Florida. Their main focus is on people of Chinese and Asian descent. So they take cases throughout the country representing Asian people because they have interpreters on staff and paralegals that work with me. And, I took some very famous cases with them, including the infamous Robert Kraft case from Palm Beach County, where my client it was the masseuse who was charged with prostitution on Mr. Kraft, who's, as if you're not aware, is the billionaire owner of the New England Patriots.
So one of the specific areas that you work on is how criminal cases impact healthcare workers' ability to work.
Yes. So since I work with the law firm of Howell, Buchan & Strong, we realized that not many people are aware that if you are arrested, the mere arrest, not even conviction before the judge, will prevent you from working in a healthcare facility in the state of Florida. And so that's how I became part of Howell, Buchan & Strong, working with them on their healthcare cases, because the criminal defense impacts your ability to work as a healthcare worker.
So I understand you and Mr. Strong actually develop seminars that you conduct throughout the state with other attorneys?
So, like I said, I'm of counsel at the law firm of Howell, Buchan & Strong. Rick Strong, my friend, is one of the founding partners over there. I'm a former criminal prosecutor. He's a former attorney at Prosecution Services at the Department of Health. So we have seen that many criminal defense attorneys don't know what we call the collateral consequences of the criminal case upon your ability to work in healthcare. So most criminal defense attorneys don't know about this. And so what we've done is, as an attorney, you have to receive continuing legal education, a certain number of classes every 3 years. So we actually are Florida Bar approved to teach this class. We've done it in Osceola County. We've done it in Fort Myers, in Tampa, in Pinellas County, in Ocala, and we're talking to other areas where we actually go virtually or in person, depending upon the needs. We're happy to go anywhere throughout the state, and we meet and talk with the criminal defense attorneys who have an association in each county, and we teach this. And I learn things, we learn things, Rick learns things, and it's mind-numbing how people don't know. And I didn't know. And I was a criminal attorney for maybe 10 years before I realized that.
So I mean, it could affect somebody that like gets a DUI or has gets in an altercation with their husband or wife. I mean, it could affect even simple crimes can.
You don't have to be a criminal to pick up a DUI or have your wife or husband call the police. And once those handcuffs touch the wrist of that healthcare worker, they're probably going to need us to help them out in front of the judge and in front of the different licensing agencies.
So if somebody wants to contact you about legal issues, this and other, how do they contact you?
You can go to orlandoattorneybrown.com. On there, you can type in a request and it'll email me directly. You can email my email address at msblawofficefl@gmail.com. You can text me on my cell phone, 352-514-7494. There's no reception. It goes right to me. And all my clients are offered that and free consultation. There's nothing. I'll talk to you about it. I'll probably ask you for some information to send me your name so I could review the matter and then maybe set up another time to give you a call back so I can be properly educated on the matter. Some people just talk on the phone. I ask, what's your name? Where's your case out of? So I can go on the website of the court, the clerk of the court, and research it and see what I can find in the public records. So then I can see what the police may be saying about you, or what your other crimes are in your history, or whatever the scenario is for each person, right? And then I can give you a call back and we can set up a time that's mutually available and this is all free. And we could talk about what I think I can do and what your options are.
Well, see, that's a very unique view. I mean, I've worked with attorneys for over 20 years, and that's the first time that I've heard an attorney actually talk about the process of making sure they're educated about the person they're going to be having the consultation with.
Yeah, because, some people want that quote right away. What are you going to charge me to represent you on a DUI? I need to read the police report to see what the circumstances are from the officer's point of view, talk to you about it, understand where it happened, understand who the judge is, and then if it's a healthcare situation, understand how it's going to impact your ability to work, all the different scenarios. There's no magic answer here, and every story is unique. Every case is unique.
Absolutely. Well, it was a pleasure meeting with you today. Thank you for discussing these issues with us today.
Thank you, Mr. Huffer.